Hi, I'm Phil W. Jones, and today's special guest on Self Motivated is mother and entrepreneur Lynn Schieve. How are you today, Lynn Schieve?
Good, good. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited about your series and what you're doing, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for being here. So, why don't you tell us a little something about yourself?
Well, I'm going on 62 years old, and I'm very interested in aging well. My
Definitely aging well.
yeah. So something
Wow.
I've been passionate for a long time. I worked with seniors in senior communities, and I think I learned a long time ago. Part of the legacy I don't want for my son is Alzheimer's and a lot of the issues that happen as you age naturally. So I started studying nutrition and finding solutions that are working great for me. I'm not on any kind of medications. I have the energy of a 40-year-old. But the thing that I found along the way is not enough people understand how important nutrition is.
Right.
I mean,
right.
we know it, but people aren't doing anything about it. And there's a really big need in our country to be educated about what you can and can't do or shouldn't do if you want to age well. Because we have so much illness right now, and it's because of a lot of toxins.
Right.
People say it all day long, but they don't change.
Exactly.
So I think that I, feel like part of my passion is just helping to motivate people to learn or want to change or, take better care of themselves. That only can come from within, but every once in a while you find somebody who is interested.
Right.
So that's kind of the rewarding part of it.
And when did you start getting into this? And
I kind of started out of necessity. I became quite ill 4 years ago. I had a lot of, I became very acidic. And my system kind of went where I couldn't tolerate sugar at all. And yeah, I have a good friend it's a pre-cancer condition actually. And so I lost about 30 or 40 pounds because I couldn't eat anything without getting symptoms. So I have a really good friend that introduced me to the product that I support and that I love called Isogenics that helps get you to an alkaline state. And that is a huge difference. I mean, the last 4 years have just literally changed everything about me. I was on like 5 medications at that time.
Wow.
I had heart issues. I couldn't sleep. I was on an Ambien. I mean, I'm kind of disclosing some really personal things, but it was serious.
Wow.
And the sad part about that, most people my age are having those issues.
Right.
And so once I started taking care of nutrition, specifically, we were talking a little earlier about getting toxins out. There's a lot of things that you can do, lemon juice, things like that. But the company that I found, or my friend introduced me to, that really just changed my life probably, has 45 top scientists working, finding everything in nature that heals.
Wow.
So they have not only just like a guy that found something that works, it's a whole huge collaboration, and their science is just groundbreaking. So part of my mission is to let people know there's things out there that work very well if you just tap into them.
Right.
And one of the products that's probably instrumental for me is a product called Cleanse for Life. I take a shot of it every morning. It's like berry juices, all the aloes and achias and everything that you hear of that's good, they've just put into this, and it literally detoxes on a cellular level.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just take it in the morning?
I take that every single day, and then they have great protein shakes. They have inundated whey protein, which is something that is a big difference between whey proteins, first of all. There's a huge difference between protein shakes. A lot of them are just crap. Sorry, can I say that?
Oh, sure. Definitely.
Yeah, and then they have great ads, but they're not really giving your body the nutrition it needs.
Right.
So through the last 4 years, there's a lot of doctors, even KU Med Center is recommending these products for cancer because they're so healing. Lots of doctors are on board with this, and I've gone to plenty of meetings where usually it's chiropractors because they're more into the nutrition part.
Right.
Medical doctors are starting to get to the point where they realize that there's an important part of nutrition. Why they don't know that already?
Right.
Oh, we should be looking at nutrition. You
Exactly.
think? So, but they're just now getting on board with that because they're all about pharmaceuticals, and that is actually just adding more toxins.
Wow.
Very toxic. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
So I've gone to meetings where there's like 4 or 5 doctors speaking, and I asked one time, why does this work so well? And here's it in the bottom line. If you get rid of the things the body doesn't need and put in the things it does, it will code itself to heal.
Yeah, that's correct. Because I read something and it said everything that you eat is either feeding you, to the bad side or
It's a
to the
simple
good side.
saying.
Yeah.
We literally are what we eat.
Right.
Everything
right.
we put in our mouth becomes our cells.
Yeah.
So if you're
yeah.
putting in very toxic foods,
It's-
the things that are shocking to me, the most shocking, MS. All these people are getting MS.
Yeah.
That's all these autoimmune deficiencies are caused by toxicity. Cancer is
Wow.
toxins. And
Wow.
people that really are fighting cancer and searching, in fact, one of the isogenics mentors that I have was a stage 4 cancer survivor. That
No
doesn't
way.
happen.
Wow.
Yeah, but she went on a path of wellness and researched and did everything in the world, and she's one of those people who never stopped using this product because she
Wow.
understands what it's done to keep her alive.
Right.
You know,
right.
she's very healthy now, so she's.
So is it medicine or is it?
It's a whole line of wellness products that has everything to do from protein bars, shakes, all of the vitamins, supplements. Then they take it, I also use their skincare, which was developed by a burn specialist. So they just, but everything's 100% botanical.
Mhm.
And it's kind of exciting. One of their top formulator has worked for all these other companies. And what he's done is just traveled the world for years, going into these remote villages and asking people, what do you use for healing?
Mhm.
And so he's developed a very great understanding of what in nature that God's provided for us that heals the body.
Right.
And then he started collaborating with a lab called Sierra Labs.
Hmm.
And so there's another really groundbreaking area of research regarding telomeres.
Mhm.
Telomeres literally are the ends of our DNA. And as it breaks down, we age. That's how we age. They kind of unravel like a shoestring.
Mhm.
Well, they found botanicals in nature that can actually rebuild or kind of restore that shoestring. So
Wow.
it's literally reversing the aging
That's
process.
crazy.
It is amazing.
Wow.
It's incredible. But people either don't believe it's true,
Mhm.
they don't really think that could happen,
Mhm.
or they just don't take the time to kind of dig in and research it and find out. Because there's
Right.
huge breakthroughs out there and all kinds. And we know there's wellness companies popping up every day
Right.
because people are trying to get healthier.
Mhm.
It's just that some things work great and some things are just
Right.
good advertising.
Right. Now, how important is exercising?
Exercise. I mean, you have to have, there's like 5 pillars of health.
Mhm.
Hydration is a huge one, getting enough sleep. These are the ones that people don't pay enough attention to.
Right.
Obviously, exercise, nutrition, and then your spiritual well-being also, like
Mhm.
having purpose,
Right.
having peace and joy, those things.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
it's
stress can kill you.
Stress
you know?
is, yeah, it is
Mhm.
really truly, and that's why I was so stressed. That's why part of the reason I was so ill.
Mhm.
I was in a very stressful part of my life,
Right.
but I also was. This is what happened. I was unemployed for about 11 months, and I was eating the dollar menu because I was broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there.
Oh, that got me so
it's
sick.
It's a setup.
It's a setup for nothing good because
Yeah.
that really compounded the
Mhm.
stress and the bad diet got me quite ill.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I haven't had McDonald's probably in 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't. I just can't.
What am I?
I think back on it, it just makes me sick, just to my stomach.
That's what happens to me now if I try to eat something that's really bad because I've been eating healthy for a while. I'll just feel sick.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and people talk about gluten all the time. Oh, gluten this, gluten that. The problem with bread isn't the gluten. It's all the toxins and preservatives that are in bread or
Right.
cereal or these things.
Mhm.
They're worried about gluten. They're worried about the wrong things.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know, it's gluten is wheat. That's not a problem for most people.
Right.
But what they do with it in the processed foods is a huge problem.
Right, right. So what is a good, I guess, for those who don't, because there's people that really just don't know, like me, myself, sometimes I like, well, what am I going to eat that's healthy today? And, you know, it's kind of like because you just want to go out to eat because you can't, your mind is so, you can't think of what you really want to.
That's a dilemma.
You're
yeah.
right. So
Well,
what's a good
here's the hard part.
nutrition
Most
diet?
fast food is not going to be that nutritious. And
Mhm.
there's I think I've shared it on my page, there's certain, just the meats and all
Mhm.
the preservatives and everything else that's going on with meats today. So it's
Right.
hard. It is hard to find
Mhm.
really healthy food choices. If you're cooking at home, it's easier. I mean, I eat a lot of, I love grilling, so just
Mhm.
throwing a bunch of vegetables on the grill or eating like grilled meats.
Mhm.
I love anything that's just like fresh fruits, anything
Right.
fresh.
Right.
You're going to be fine. But once you start getting into more processed things, so
Right.
having going to a salad bar instead of
Mhm.
grabbing a burger, huge difference in
Oh,
how your
wow.
body's going to be. Of course, then
Right.
it depends about the salad dressing.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because a lot of
Really?
it is just, it's adding calories and flavor. It's not as bad as some of the things that you get in as far as preservatives and, the processed meats, so.
What about ranch? Is that
Ranch,
bad?
okay, you can have your ranch. Well, here's the thing, all right, I am not perfect in my diet, and
Mhm.
I always think of it, and this is even when my son was growing up, I was talking about, life balance.
Mhm.
So, well, I love chocolate, but that's not that bad for you.
Right.
But there's things I cheat all the time, there's no doubt about that. So, yeah, having some ranch dressing on a salad,
Right.
go ahead, go for it, enjoy. We're not supposed to just not enjoy.
Right, right.
So.
And I guess water is a big part of that too. Huh?
Hydration is a big part of that, and not, like you're showing me this
Mhm.
drink, which is great, but so many people get so much sugar
Mhm.
because they're drinking sodas or whatever they're drinking that's so sugar laden.
Mhm.
And sugar, one of the things that I've learned is, I believe, is one of the leading causes of Alzheimer's.
Oh,
It
wow.
causes a lot of sticky syntax in
Mhm.
your brain. And my dad, unfortunately, is going down that path of dementia.
Wow.
He's 92, so,
Oh, yeah.
but yet, no, it's just a very, very hard path to go down. And,
Yeah.
if you get to take care, brain food is important.
Right,
Taking care of
right.
food that helps feed your brain as well as your body, that's all important.
And what are some brain foods? Is fish? I think. I
Yeah,
heard
they always
fish
talk
was
about
one.
fish and all, there's, all the leafy green vegetables and things that have omega oils and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, because I'm not that good at putting together a really great diet,
Mhm.
I think that's why I love putting the isogenics in my day, because I know I'm getting great nutrition. I have a shake almost every morning, because at least I'm starting my day
Right.
with some really great nutrition. And also what happens, if you get really good nutrition in your body, it
Mhm.
limits your cravings. Because
Mm.
most food cravings are coming from the fact that your body's not getting the nutrition it needs. Something's
Wow.
missing, so it keeps you hungry.
Right.
So if you're really satisfied in the morning and you have really great nutrition to start, it just kind of jump starts the rest of the day. The days that I
Wow.
don't have a shake are my worst food days.
Tell me a little bit about isogenics. I mean, how did you get started and to really want to just?
Well, I think when I started seeing the benefits for myself, I
Mhm.
became very passionate about helping others to
Right.
learn that also. And then the whole point of having your own business
Mhm.
versus working for someone else, it's a great opportunity for an entrepreneur also.
Mhm.
So the thing about becoming an entrepreneur, network marketing, and all of that, is you have to be passionate about what your product is.
Definitely.
And it just became, I think it came the other way for me, because I became passionate about the product,
Mhm.
and then that led to just pursuing the business opportunity. And a lot of people come into that business that way. They see what it's done for them, and they want, it's more of a sharing than a
Mhm.
selling, like helping people understand where they're at and
Mhm.
ways that they can help make some adjustments. That's going to make a big difference
Right, right.
for life.
Right. So what is the name of your business, actually?
My business on my Facebook page is called Solutions for Aging Well.
Mhm.
And Solutions for Aging Well really is the isogenics page, but I try to add other ideas, incorporate other things, to help people just really learn along the way.
Right, right. And how long have you been running your own
It's been
business?
4 years.
4
I think I'm
years.
going in my 5th year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, the thing I found along the way, and I have to tell you, my dad was a very successful restaurateur here in Kansas City.
Mhm.
He had a restaurant called the Gold Buffet for 34 years.
Wow.
It grew from an 800-seat restaurant to a 2,000-seat restaurant. It was in North Kansas City.
Wow.
But even though he was an Iowa farmer, the
Mhm.
thing he understood was the importance of advertising.
Mhm.
He
Right.
was in the Star, he was on the radio, he was on TV, and that is what made his big business huge.
Mhm.
So right now with my little business, I'm like, I'm not doing enough advertising.
Yeah,
This is why
yeah.
I met you. I was like, I need someone to help me with this.
Yeah, it's
and
very
it's a
important.
very big world to understand.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's kind of like you do need an expert to help steer you through that.
Right,
Where's the best
definitely.
way, what the best resources are, how you can promote your business the best and get the most bang for your buck, I guess.
Right, exactly. So how has it been hard building your network? Or?
It has. It's a difficult, there's so much competition out there in the wellness industry. There's so much competition out there for people that, it's easy to find customers.
Mhm.
The hard part is finding the entrepreneurs that really want to become passionate about building a business, that aren't
Really?
already building a business.
See, most people would say it would be the other way around.
I think
so
maybe
it's-
I'm talking to the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Because you know what, if you start networking with a lot of people that already have a product, that's what
Mhm.
you're going to run into.
True.
So this
True.
is why I need direction of a different way to kind of look for people.
Right, right. Well, to all the young ladies out here that's wanting to follow in someone like your footsteps, what would you tell them and explain to them what they can do to start their own path? I mean, because it's not easy starting your own business.
Is we're supposed to talk to
Oh,
you?
yeah.
I would just recommend that find what you're passionate about, first of all. What do you love? And then just look for great mentors. Look for people that are successful at doing what you want to do. And if you can, are you fortunate enough to find a company that is really supporting both of those things, that has great mentors, that has a great product, and it's something you love, then make a commitment to do it, because you can talk about it or think about it or wish about it. That's the same for young ladies or men or old women or whoever it is. But once you make a commitment to that dream and that passion, then you can apply yourself to it. Otherwise, you're just going to be wishing. So a wish without action is not going to be, it's never going to come true.
There you hear it. A wish without action is never going to come true. So there you have it on Self-Motivated. Thank you, Lynn
You're
Schieve,
welcome. Thank
for
you.
coming to my show. I hope all the viewers learned something today. I know I did.
I hope so too.
If you have any, can tell them where they can find you at on
Oh
social
yeah,
media?
well, I'm on Facebook under Solutions for Aging Well is my Facebook page. So feel free to like me, and I hope you'll message me if you want more information. I'd be glad to give you a call, sit down if you're in the Kansas City area, or set up a phone call. So I really do appreciate the opportunity. I'm glad to tell you what I've learned, and kind of share some of the things that might help you.
And there you have it, Self-Motivated. Hope everyone has learned something positive today. God bless.
Thank you. Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.